As we mentioned, Helene was a historic event. It dropped ungodly amounts of rainfall in the mountains, places near Asheville, Banner Elk, and several others. I mean, pretty much the entire western half of the state was affected by this. But right now, the recovery process is underway, and places around Boone, a lot of them are pretty accessible. A lot of the roads have been worked on. There have been crews up there delivering lots of aid with Samaritan's Purse, the Red Cross, everybody. You see the National Guard riding up there if you're just heading out on Highway 40. So make sure you go ahead and check your roadways if you're gonna head up there, and make sure that things are open, but is definitely improving. The first day we headed up to Boone, we stayed right just outside of downtown and got a nice little hotel with an indoor pool for the kids. Went up to the Peddlin' Pig the first night we were there to enjoy a little dinner. The barbecue was amazing. You look at my plate here, it was enormous. That was a 2-day meal for me. There was no way I was getting that down in one day. But the kids found a nice, friendly little local cat there outside, so they enjoyed just going outside and petting that cat. That was a highlight of their first day in the mountains. But we were gonna stay right in Boone so that we could drive to Hawks Nest the next day. Hawks Nest, my kids don't ski. I grew up skiing. I've been skiing since I was 2 years old, but nobody else in my family does. My wife doesn't ski. So we decided we're gonna take the kids snow tubing. So Hawks Nest has got this great spot up there. They've got 4 different areas that are all set up for longer runs, shorter runs, faster, slower. So regardless of the age that your kids are, or you yourself, you can enjoy them. You can go ahead and link those tubes together, run 2 or 3 tubes down at the same time, running down the slopes, and you've got those moving walkways to bring you right back up to the top. So you're not expending a ton of energy, but you are going to have a great time. Our kids absolutely had a blast doing this, smiling the entire time. We don't get a ton of natural snowfall right here where we are. I think, Boone probably gets around 60 inches a year. There wasn't any snow on the ground when we arrived there, but as you know, the temperatures are low enough. You can go ahead and have man-made snow. And with the crowds, we went on an off day. I think we went on a Thursday, maybe. Crowds were very minimal, so we could go ahead and just run down, ride right back up, jump, run down again. And 2-hour slots, it was just a great time. Kids loved it. Up there, they also have a zip line in the summer months, fall, spring. You can go ahead and enjoy the zip line if the tubing's not open yet. It's just another great way to go ahead and escape to the mountains. I've always just felt this sense of peace going to the mountains. When we were kids, we learned about Ralph Waldo Emerson and transcendentalism through nature. I don't know exactly if I believe in all of that, but I know that when I get to the mountains, that's my happy place. Stress just kind of fades away, and you can just be a kid again. And this was a perfect example of that, having a little bit of a snowball fight with the kids. And inside, you had nice little refreshments for hot cocoa, sandwiches, things like that. And if you head upstairs, you've got a great view from the lodge, looking out at all the runs, so you can just sit there and watch everybody ripping down through there, having a great time. So that was our day 1. Really, really enjoyed it. So we left Hawks Nest. The next thing on our agenda for our kids was going to be Wilderness Run Alpine Coaster in Banner Elk. Can't miss it, right off the highway there, and it is awesome. Just this completely gravity-fed roller coaster running down through there. You've got your handbrakes so you can control the speed that you want to run through there. But super close to all your restaurants and shopping and things of that sort. And so you're close to it all, but you're getting to experience all these thrills, which was awesome. 3 runs, I think, was $50 per person. So they go pretty quick, not gonna lie. I think the run takes about a minute from top to bottom, but I really don't know where else you're gonna find this here locally. And it was a great experience. Kids absolutely were screaming their heads off, just laughing the whole time. I'm not quite sure the top speed on there, but maybe I'll put on another 50 pounds for next year and I can set the land speed record there on the Alpine Wilderness Coaster, because we just were cruising down through there, ripping through those turns, and it was a heck of a lot of fun. And as we finished that up, we started looking at the weather forecast, because we were only supposed to be there for 1 night. But my daughter, she's 5, she can't even remember having a good snow here in Winston-Salem. We've been pretty lean on that the last few years. So we were looking at the weather forecast, and at the higher elevations up there in the Seven Devils, in Sugar Mountain, which is where we ended up finding an Airbnb for the night, we were forecasting anywhere from 3 to 6 inches of snow. And so we figured we're already up there, why not do it? So we grabbed a Airbnb. The only one we could find was right at the top of Sugar Mountain. Snow started coming down around 5 or 6 o'clock in the evening, but I ended up with about 4 inches. Kids out there doing snow angels, things like that, walking through the woods, you know, the winter wonderland experience, right? That's what Christmas is all about. It's just beautiful. There's nothing else you can say about it. The mountains, especially when they're getting snow, there's nothing else like it. You can continue to make donations, and I encourage you to do so. Find your favorite local nonprofit or national organization who is dug in, is in the trenches there, and get behind those people. If you need help trying to find somebody who is going up there and doing work in all the different mountain towns up there in Western North Carolina, we have tons of people here locally who have been organizing, running up aid trips since September. I mean, this has been a while now. We're going on 3 months, just over 3 months at this moment. And then you have Samaritan's Purse. Like I said, you've got several other organizations who have been very involved up there. Continue to support those folks, because it is going to be a long recovery, especially for some of those smaller towns. You know, Fletcher's gone up there before and cooked for some of the folks who were living in abandoned houses, didn't have power, didn't have water. The situation is certainly getting better, but it's something like we've never seen here before. If you have the ability, if you have the funds, please help those folks out. Go up there, spend a weekend, go to some great restaurants, spend some money, show the kids, show your wife, show your family, show everybody a great time. Just go up there and experience all that it is, because there are some absolutely just breathtaking, beautiful places up there, and we want to get back on our feet as soon as possible. Hope you enjoyed that. Not to get too serious on you there, but we do need the help. If we can do anything for you here locally in the Triad, make sure to give us a call, 336-582-9210, or shoot me an email at joel@sandmanrealtync.com. Take care, and we'll talk to you soon.